Hi guys, it's me from Succulent Box. Welcome back to our channel with another plant care session. Today let's talk about string of pearls and learn how to propagate these lovely succulents in 3 easy ways. First, let's discuss the correct timing for string of pearls propagation. It's important to note that succulents, including string of pearls, are generally more responsive to propagation when they're in a healthy and active growing state. So, spring and summer are likely the golden months for your string of pearls. However, if you live in a region with mild winters and extended growing seasons, you might be able to propagate string of pearls year-round. Another important thing you need to consider is that you should only propagate your string of pearls when it's healthy. If your string of pearls is dealing with diseases, pests, fungi, or any other troubles, it's a no-go zone for propagation. Propagating string of pearls is an exciting process, and it indeed has multiple benefits. First, propagation allows you to expand your collection of string of pearls without having to purchase new plants. Secondly, propagation gives you control over the growth and appearance of your string of pearls. You can create fuller or more compact arrangements, or even experiment with different hanging or trailing designs. Lastly, propagating is a fantastic way to deal with leggy string of pearls. If your succulent has weak growth or does not have enough lighting, it can become leggy or elongated. When you remove and propagate healthy cuttings, you can refresh the overall appearance of the original plant and encourage bushier growth. Let's get to the most exciting part and learn how to make new string of pearls. Let's kick things off with method 1. Rooting in soil. Step 1. Choose healthy stems. Grab stems with multiple leaves from a healthy parent plant. Step 2. Prep the soil. Fill a small pot with well-draining soil. A mix of cactus or succulent soil along with perlite or coarse sand creates the ideal blend. Step 3. Take cuttings. Snip stems just below leaf nodes around 2 to 4 inches long. Step 4. Let them callus. Leave cuttings in a dry spot for a day or two to develop a callus. This helps prevent any unwanted rot. Step 5. Planting. Stick the cut end of each stem into the soil about an inch deep. Press the soil gently around the stem to keep it snug. Step 6. Caring for the cuttings. Place the cuttings in an airy spot away from direct sunlight and water only when the soil is mostly dry to the touch. Method 2. Rooting in water. The second propagation method is actually very similar to the root in soil method. Instead of well-draining soil, you need distilled water and a clean jar that can hold water and accommodate the length of the stems. You should also remove the lower leaves from the stems, leaving a small portion of the stems bare. This will prevent the submerged leaves from decaying in the water. After placing the cuttings in water, it is also recommended that you provide the cuttings with plenty of indirect light, a stable temperature, and an airy, well-ventilated environment. Water propagation for string of pearls is a fast track to growing roots. But here's the catch. There's a small chance of cuttings rotting. Moving those roots from water to soil later on can be tricky too. Remember, each method has its ups and downs. Method 3. Divisions or leaf propagation. The third method has a lower chance of success if compared to soil and water rooting propagation. So, string of pearls can also be propagated with divisions or leaf cuttings, also the success rate for these are pretty low. Here's why. String of pearls doesn't create lots of clumps and its round leaves are a bit picky when it comes to propagation. Now, if you're up for a challenge and still want to give these methods a shot, here's how. For division. Grab your string of pearls and give it a good watering 1 to 2 days before. Gently take it out of its pot and divide it into smaller clumps. Each one should have enough stems and roots for a solid start. If you spot extra long or damaged roots, feel free to trim them for healthier growth. Plant these clumps in separate pots with well-draining soil. For leaf cuttings, choose healthy, plump, mature leaves. Gently twist or cut off the chosen leaves. Make sure you get the whole leaf, including the base attached to the stem. Let the leaf callus over before putting them on top of your soil mix. Plant and care for them as you would with a stem cutting. Remember, leaf propagation can be a hit or miss with string of pearls. Some leaves might thrive while others don't so much. That's it for today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and consider subscribing for more content. If you've got any questions or recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. Happy gardening!
For more, you can find us at succulentsbox.com or on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest.